Took 5 sets to beat St. Paul Central. We'll see if that will be the case against Eastview right here as we are ready to get things started. Looks like Rogers will serve first. So Brody Meyer starting things off right, or not right, I mean, as his service goes long, so service error to start things off, and now the Lightning will have their first serve. Bryce Donnell. By the way, he was All-State. His dad, Ryan Donnell, won Coach of the Year, so congratulations to him. Play kept alive. Here's Tamavangsa with a kill. Oh, looks like that actually went off some fingertip, or did not. Thought Tamavangsa had that kill for a second there. Trent Willie serving. This one pushed over, the double block comes in, and the point goes to the Eastview Lightning. So Tamavangsa is serving. He had 15 kills against Hopkins in the quarterfinal yesterday. Just 5'9", so he can really get up there. Tamavangsa with the jump serve. Nice dig. Now moved over, partially blocked, and Tamavangsa able to get a piece of it, but not enough, and the points will go to the Rogers Royals. So all tied up at 2 here in the first set. If you're just joining us, thank you for joining us here live on NSPN.TV. My name is Jeff Huffman. We expect to see a tough matchup throughout here. This should be a razor close match between these two teams who have not met before. So they give the points to the Eastview Lightning. Nice accurate serve. Nice diving play on the dig there. Now moved over. Tamavangsa able to handle that one, tapped over, and an easy point there for the Rogers Royals. Mason Cook making the play there for the Royals. And we're back to tied at 3. Kyler Erickson now serving. Erickson drops this one in. Tamavangsa able to handle it. Cullen Nathan blocked on it. Tries it another. Second time's a charm as that one goes as a kill off the contact. And now Nathan will be serving. So Colin Nathan, 9 kills against Hopkins. And now the lefty drops in a good serve. Looking for that middle attack. Stood there right on the tape and falls back over into the Eastview side. And then the hit goes too long, and the point for the Rogers Royals. So as I mentioned, Rogers just the one loss on the season. That was to St. Michael Albertville. That was their very first game of the year. Since then, they've reeled off, obviously, 26 straight. Nathan and Tamavangsa get a, well, they end up getting the point, but bit of a miscommunication. It ended up working out for him. And so Eastview gets the points. And they'll be serving with Owen Kunisaki. Kunisaki drops in a nice serve. Now the middle attack. Somehow the Lightning get it back over. Set up once again, outside hits, and a nice dig. Aiden Wilson on the dig to keep that ball alive, and then the Lightning get the point, 6-4 for the Eastview Lightning. So yeah, Ryan Donnell gets the Hugh McCutcheon Coach of the Year award, so congratulations to him. And then obviously the 3 All-State players for Eastview, Colin Nathan, Bryce Donnell, and Jay Tamavangsa. Now the middle attack and the easy kill. Love that middle attack when it works out. Brody Meyer with the kill for Rogers. And it's now 6-5 in favor of Eastview. Holterman on the serve. Donnell with some hops. He makes a block. And now Donnell sets this one up, middle attack, and the block was in. And a great job there by Brody Meyer. Does his best Mutombo there. And that ties this game up at 6 apiece. Holterman once again puts in a nice serve. Tamavangsa, monster kill there. You see what I mean? Just 5'9". He gets up there and he has some power. So Tamavangsa with the kill and gives the Lightning back the lead at 7-6. Hyde now serving here for the Lightning. Middle once again. That was successful. Brody Meyer has looked very impressive so far here in the first set. We're back to tied at 7 apiece. Now Donnell, and illegal touch gives the point to Rogers, and they have the 8-7 lead. Brody Myers serving, drops in a good one. This one dug out by Aiden Wilson. See, the Rogers faithful has come out in full force here today. And Brody Meyer serving once again. Bryce Donnell trying to catch the Royals sleeping there. And now Donnell sets it up once again. Double block comes in for the Royals. Donnell sets it up, middle attack. This time it works out. And the kill there for Garrett Pash. Eastview within a point here, 9-8. And it will be Bryce Donnell serving 3 aces against the Hopkins Royals here in the quarterfinal matchup. And you can see why they're just didn't have much chance there. Kyler Erickson just looks and goes, nothing I could do with that. So Donnell with the ace. Donnell fires in another good serve. Now the middle attack there, and a slam dunk. Not a problem there for Mason Cook because he makes it work for the Royals. And Rogers retakes the lead here in the first set, 10-9. Trent Welly, did he drop it in? Yes, he did. That's an ace for Trent Welly. Welly with another nice serve. Donnell sets this one up. Did he drop it in? Yes, sir. And Colin Nathan gets the kill. It's a Lightning team with some pretty good size. Sam Yu at 6'4". You got Ben Matthews 6'1". Kunisaki 6'1" as well. Oh, and just long on the serve by Tamavangsa. And Rogers with a 2-point lead, and they'll be serving. Grant Anderson, who had 15 kills against St. Paul Central, serving here for the Royals. Now Donnell sets this one up. Kunisaki able to get it over. And now the double block comes in. Moved over, tapped over the double block this time. And there's the kill. Nice job there by Garrett Pash. That ball went side out off the double block, and so point for the Eastview Lightning. They trail by 1 here, 12-11 in the first set. Whoa, monster kill coming from Ethan Pearson. A name I haven't said yet today. 26 kills against St. Paul Central, and he gets a big one right there. Rogers leads by 2. There's the libero, Kyler Erickson. Now the middle attack, and the double block was in. Did not fool anybody there. So the Royals take a 3-point lead. Largest lead for either team. Erickson drops it in. That's going to be an ace as Tom Avangsa uncharacteristically makes that error. And now a 4-point lead, and timeout is taken here. So a 4-point lead for the Rogers Royals. Coach Ryan Donnell's got them doing laps. So we just wanted to say quickly, the St. Paul Central squad has moved on to the consolation finals. They were winners earlier today right here over Hopkins in straight sets, 3-zip. Also North St. Paul winning in similar fashion, 3-zip over Park Center. So the consolation final is set. It'll be St. Paul Central and North St. Paul. North St. Paul, the 5 seed. St. Paul Central, the 6th seed. And that game will be tomorrow. Also, we will have the 3rd place game tomorrow. So the loser of this game will be in the 3rd place game. The winner will be in the state championship. 3rd place game scheduled for 11:30 p.m. Championship scheduled for 4 p.m. And don't forget, we got our 2nd semifinal coming up between Spring Lake Park and Eden Prairie. We'll get to see the player of the year, Remy Zhang, for Spring Lake Park. Kyler Erickson on serve. We'll see if the timeout helps. Here's Colin Nathan, partially blocked. Now the middle attack blocked by Eastview. Wow, double block comes in nicely for the Lightning. They get the points. And now to be Colin Nathan serving. Middle attack. Oh man, no chance there. Aiden Wilson just walked into a firing range right there, and Rogers gets the point up again by 4. Tied for their largest lead of the game. Pearson puts in a nice serve, handled, and here's Colin Nathan with the kill. Nathan off the left hand brings Eastview to within 3 here in the first set. So Owen Kunisaki to serve here, 16-13 in favor of Rogers. If you are just joining us, had 1 timeout so far in this first set. And Kunisaki drops in a nice serve. Moved over, and outside, the double block came in, but it deflected off and came down. So point for the Rogers Royals, back up to a 4-point lead again for the Royals here in set number 1. Holterman. Once again tapped over, and Trent Welly, from the delight of the fans, moves that one over. So 5-point lead. Now it's the largest lead of the game here for the Rogers Royals. Nathan able to get it over on the 3rd hit. Now that one's going to go long, so the points will go to the Lightning there as Pearson trying to get the kill. Ends up hitting it just a little bit wide there. So Ide now serving here for the Lightning. Ide drops in a nice serve, set up. Double block was there for Eastview. And that time the kill got through, and that was number 3, Grant Anderson with the kill. And we're back to a 5-point lead here for Rogers. Grant Anderson, 15 kills against St. Paul Central. Brody Meyer drops in a nice serve. Tamavangsa goes over the double block, and that was easy pickings there for Jade Tamavangsa. Saw that open spot there on the floor and dropped it right in over the double block. 4-point lead with Bryce Donnell serving. And Donnell gets off a rocket, another ace for Bryce Donnell. I believe that's his second of the game. And draws Eastview a little bit closer, now down by 3. That time the serve handled. Drops over the double block. Good job by Tamavangsa to dig that one out. Now over the double block and the kill for number 11, Garrett Pash. Bryce Donnell still serving. As I mentioned, a couple aces so far on the day. And now Donnell. That time the serve handled. Tamavangsa trying to go to a spot there. And the point and the kill for the Rogers Royals. Nice job there by Grant Anderson. So Trent Welly will serve here for the Royals, just 5 points away from grabbing the first set from Eastview. Bit of a scramble there. Tamavangsa able to get it over. Whoa. I don't know how that was dug out. Ball still alive and pushed over in the third hit by Donnell. And now Pearson runs right into the double block, and the Lightning will get the point, down by 2. I'm sure Ethan Pearson's thinking that should have been a kill. How did they dig that one out? Nice job on the spin on the serve by Jay Tamavangsa. He gets the ace, and now Eastview within a point. And now Tamavangsa just too strong there on the serve, and the service error there for the Lightning. So 21-19 here in favor of Rogers in set number 1. If you're just joining us, we are live from Schoenecker Arena here on the campus of St. Thomas University. Oh, that was pretty. Great set there by Donnell, and then the finish, obviously from Colin Nathan. He did not miss there. Lightning now within 1. Aiden Wilson serving the libero. Wilson drops in a good serve. Moved over, outside hit, double block comes in. Ball kept alive. Donnell drops it into a spot. Heads up play there by the All-State setter. We're all tied at 21 here in the first set. No surprise at all. This is how we expected this match would go throughout. This one tapped over, kept alive. And now Nathan. Wow, I was going to say a net fault. So the point does go to the Lightning, and it's 22-21. Eastview takes the lead back, and a timeout has been called here by Rogers. So 22-21 in the first set now in favor of the Eastview Lightning. So far, looking at the live stats, and by the way, you can find the live stats on the Minnesota State High School League website. 4 kills so far on the day for Grant Anderson for Rogers High School. He leads all Rogers players. And for Eastview, 7 kills for Colin Nathan so far already on the day. Wow. Pash with 3 and Tamavangsa with 3 as well. And 2 aces, as I mentioned, for Bryce Donnell. So we're going to see how this one plays out. Both teams have taken the 1 timeouts so far in this first set. At one point, Rogers led by 5 points in this first set. Since then, the Lightning have come roaring back, and they take the lead here late in the first set, 22-21. Once again, nice serve dropped in. And Pearson can't get the kill. Try him again. Pearson this time does not miss. He gets the kill. And we're all tied at 22 here in the first set. Remember, these sets go up to 25. You got to win by 2. So it will be the libero, Kyler Erickson, serving now here for Rogers. Wow, Colin Nathan leaves no doubt about it, gets the kill. And Eastview jumps back in front, 2 points away from taking the first set. Colin Nathan now serving. Nathan drops in a good serve. Kept alive, great dig. And Rogers returns it back. And now that one goes off the block, and the points for the Eastview Lightning. Now just 1 point away. This is set point here, 24-22. Colin Nathan, nice accurate serve. Gets it in. Kept alive, Tamavangsa on the setup. Here comes Colin Nathan, and he finds the spot. It could not be dug out there by Grant Anderson, and Eastview takes the first set 25-22.